Hello everyone. In this video we're going to look at the economics of cloud computing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the material. In this lesson we're going to look at a detailed example of comparing an on-premise server versus hosting the equivalent in Amazon AWS. And we'll look at the cost and deployment from three aspects. We're going to look at it from the purchase price, the shipping time or the time to market, and then the monthly operating cost. So you can talk about the advantages of cloud computing, but I think it becomes much more apparent if you really look at a detailed example. And so in this case, we'll look at a nuts and bolts comparison between buying a physical server and putting it in a data center, and then that same equivalent server and deploying it in the cloud, and what those two deployments look like. So let's go ahead and look at the details. So the example that I took was having just one physical server that was required for a project. So in this case, I went out to Dell and then priced out a server, kind of a middle-of-the-road server that had 64 gigabytes of memory and a 1 terabyte SATA drive. So that's a mechanical drive, not an SSD drive. And then I went and priced out the equivalent machine in Amazon AWS, a virtual machine, and I used the Ohio region. And what's significant about that is the prices between in AWS will vary between regions. So we're going to look at these three aspects here. This is just a snapshot of the whole thing: the initial purchase, the shipping time, and then the operating monthly cost. So let's go ahead and look at each one of those details. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the initial cost. So the server, I went out to Dell's web page, to their server configuration page, and I configured a middle-of-the-road server with a 1 terabyte SATA drive. So that's a mechanical drive, so that's pretty much an entry-level drive, and 64 gigabytes of memory. So, and this price came out to be $9,465.37. So almost $10,000. If you look at the equivalent in AWS, there's no startup cost for provisioning servers. You only start paying for the asset when you start operating with it, and you pay by the hour. So the price is zero. You only really need to have an account to provision the server. So this is a huge advantage of cloud computing. Instead of having to put cash up front to get a physical asset, you can simply order a server on the EC2 page with Amazon AWS and get your server up and going. Let's look at a few more details. So the next thing we'll look at is shipping time. So the order that I punched up the specs for on the Dell site, it was about 28 days for shipping. So let's round it to 30 days. There's going to be some receiving time based on the type of organization you have, but about 30 days. With Amazon AWS deploying a virtual server, it's going to be the same day. It only takes minutes really to provision a virtual server. Now there may be software installation or configuration, but you would have that on both ways. But this is really the dramatic difference, is that time to market. If you're in a competitive market and you really want to get product up quickly, the cloud is a huge advantage because you can get those assets for your project right away and you don't have to wait for shipping time. And there might be even more delay time if you're in a large corporation and you have to process a purchase order, get things approved. That 30 days could easily turn into 60 or 90 days depending on the type of organization that you work for. So time to market is a huge difference in the cloud. You can get those assets right away. And the other fantastic thing about the cloud is if you make a mistake and that's not the machine you need, you can simply stop it, delete it, and start over. In the physical world, you'll have to arrange a return to the manufacturer. It could be a lengthy process and you may not get all your money back. So shipping time is the second thing that we're going to look at. And then the last thing we're going to look at is the estimated operating cost. So the last area we're going to look at is the monthly operating costs. So for the physical server from Dell, and this monthly operating cost is highly dependent on the environment that you have. So the size of your data center, the types of efficiencies that you have in your data center. So what I used is a $1 million annual cost and 100 servers in that facility. And I just simply allocated that $1 million on a monthly basis to one individual server. And that came out to be $833.33. So it wouldn't be hard, any stretch of the imagination, to imagine $1 million budget for a data center with 100 servers in it. It's probably a very a low estimate. But so if you just take that example and then look at the AWS virtual server, The virtual server, I used the cost calculator from AWS, and I punched in the Ohio region. So a very similar server, same amount of memory, same amount of hard disk space, similar number of cores. It's $252.64, and that's running the Linux operating system. The price would be higher for a Windows operating system, probably both for the physical server, only a little bit. Well, you would have to buy user cows. So anyway, I used Linux for both of them as a comparison. So even if my monthly operating cost is way off, you can see that the cloud is very competitive in terms of the monthly operating cost. And again, if you don't need that server over time, you can simply stop it and delete it, and that you will no longer be incurring charges. So again, in the physical world, if you don't need the server anymore, you've still invested that amount of money. Maybe you could sell it on the used market, but you'll probably only get pennies on the dollar. So let's go ahead and wrap this lesson up and look at the three major aspects that we looked at in terms of the difference between having a physical server and a virtual server. In summary, we looked at how you would provision a server in the cloud and what that cost would look like and the timeline versus an on-premise server. And you really do have several advantages. The initial startup cost is nothing in the cloud. The time to market is dramatically better in the cloud. And the monthly operating cost, although it's maybe difficult to compare those two because getting a per month server charge if you're operating your own data center would require some accounting work, but it's certainly going to be competitive in the cloud, if not better, depending on the type of organization that you run. So that's really it for this lesson. The purpose here was just to give a comparison of what just a single server deployment would look like. Although it's a very simple example, I think it dramatically shows you the differences between how you would do something in your own data center versus the cloud, and why the cloud is enjoying such explosive growth right now, because it just has so many advantages for companies to be a little bit more agile and really cut down on their startup costs. That's it for this lesson. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for your interest in this video. If you like the material, please click the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more material like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. That's it for now. Thanks again. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.